What is going on, guys? My name is Cakes Mitchell, and this is 7 tips of how to grow your audience and your fan base as a hip-hop artist. Let's do it! Now, some of these might seem very obvious in your face, but I need to address them because of how simplistic they are, while I have some other ones that are very tactical and some things that some people might not even think of. So, let's get into it. Now, take what I say with a grain of salt because I am not a hip-hop artist. However, I have seen the likes of a couple of artists go from literally where you are sitting right now to gaining major success, from the likes of Hopsin, before I followed his career from the very beginning, before he even released the album of Raw, to Prince E, the spoken word poet who has been on national news and amasses millions of views, and even Futuristic, another guy who has gained major success. And I have watched the careers of all these people, have picked up on how they have accumulated so much success, and I'm willing to pass that on to you guys. So let's get into it. Number 1 is going to be connecting with your audience on a personal level. Now, today there are a ton of artists, and what makes special artists so unique is the ones that reach out and connect to their audience and their fans on a personal level. And this is as easy as every day just going into your DMs, and the fans that do hit you up, you respond to them, you start a conversation with them. That's how you grow diehard fans, is talking to your audience on a consistent basis. On this channel, especially if you reach out to me on Twitter or Instagram and you DM me or whatever, I make the effort to reach out and to say hello if you say hi to me, or check out your music or whatever it is, because I know how important it is to reach out and talk to you guys on a personal level and to not seem unapproachable. And I try to do my best in the comment section to respond to each and every comment. And as a hip-hop artist, it's important to talk to your fans and try to learn them on a personal level. And there was a couple times Hopsin reach out to me and respond to me in a comment, and that was the biggest deal in the world, and people undermine how important that is. And even doing things like live streams, Hopsin did those on Tiny Chat way back in the day, before it was very popular, and just sitting in a room and being able to talk to Hopsin, that was so cool for me as just like a freshman in college, just discovering his music. That was beyond insane. So definitely take the time to reach out to your fans, connect to them on a personal level, and that's gonna make your channel or your career blow up faster than you would have ever imagined. I'm serious. Number 2, this seems stupid, but it's very important and not a lot of people do it, that is putting out consistent work. If you look at the likes of someone like Phora, he puts out a music video like literally once or twice every single month. The importance of constantly putting out work and constantly being in the faces of your audience is super important, because artists are forgotten very, very quickly. And if you're not in front of people often, you're gonna lose out on potential fans, and it's just so easy to be lost with how many artists there are nowadays, to be lost in the vast amount of hip-hop artists online. So if you're consistently putting out music, that's gonna really help you in the long run. Now, you don't have to do it every single day, though that would be beneficial, but just release a freestyle once a week. It doesn't have to be super high class, super well edited and all that, but just be in the faces of your audience, consistently putting out music. You're not going to see the return on investment quickly of gaining new audience, but for the audience that is there, that you already have accumulated, super important to consistently put out work. Number 3 is putting out shareable work. Now, this is something that I think Hopsin has done very well, as well as Prince E and Futuristic, is putting out work that is shareable, because you can put out like a freestyle or whatever, but being able to put out work that you, after you watch it, you want to share with your friends. Like Hopsin did this with the Ill Mind of Hopsin 4, where he dissed Tyler, the Creator, and dressed up like a girl and did all this shock value kind of stuff. Is that work is shareable, along with like the Ill Mind of Hopsin 5 and 7, where you discuss religion and God. This work is shareable, and like it just starts the discussion, and that's very important to do. Futuristic did it with the Nerd Kid Raps, where he dresses up like a nerd, goes up to random people with Big Doss, the other big YouTuber, and pretends to be a nerd in front of these people and then spitting insane bars, while he did the other things with like the one takes with Jacob Owens and doing like the emoji raps. Those were very good. And for Prince E, doing the spoken word poetry, talking about touchable and emotional subjects like the school system and all these social media, the anti-social network, all these different things. Very, very important to create shareable work that you think other people will want to share with their friends. All right, guys, number 4, and not a lot of people are that good at it, and that is your social media game. You have to be consistent on almost all platforms of social media. You want to be relevant and on it, whether it be Twitter, even though Twitter's dying out a little bit, you still want to be on it, whether it be Instagram or I already said Snapchat, even Facebook. Even though Facebook seems dead, you want to be on all the newer platforms and almost all social media as much as you can, because you don't know where your audience is going to reside. Now, you might realize that a majority of your audience is on Instagram. You want to attack that definitely very heavily, but don't neglect the other social medias. Definitely try to be on top of it as much as you can. Going back to connecting with your audience, this is a great platform to be able to do that. Twitter is great for connecting with the audience and starting a conversation. I love connecting on Twitter. Hit me up, Cakes Mitchell. I love responding to you guys and talking with you guys about music or whatever. But even Snapchat and Instagram, the story aspect, people love seeing behind the scenes, so definitely be on top of that. Your social media game is so important, especially nowadays. All right, guys, number 5, and this might be one of the most important things that I can give you guys, and that is to focus not on albums, but focus on releasing singles. I think it was Hopsin who said he could make an entire career just releasing singles and never create an album again. Now, it is definitely important to work on creating a body of work that people can go through and listen to it as a whole, but when you're first starting out, don't worry about creating a mixtape. Don't worry about creating an album. Focus on singles. Your major thing right now is that you need attention. You need people to want to find you on YouTube, check you out, and listen to your work and gain an audience. And I think the best way to do that is to create singles and to create, going back to shareable work, create singles. Try to do one like once a month. Create a single that you think is going to get views, that is shareable, that you can gain a good amount of views doing. And while that's not the popular opinion, I think that it is so important to create shareable work consistently, and the best way to do that is releasing singles. Hopsin does that great. Once a year, he puts up the Illmind of Hopsin 9. Futuristic built his fan base doing that with the one takes. Literally built his entire fan base releasing the one takes. Now, he does have albums and things, but the first thing that he focused on was creating singles. And going to Prince E, he built his fan base. Now, he doesn't create hip-hop music per se, but he creates his fan base releasing the spoken word poetry and the 5-minute things. Like every couple of months he releases one that he knows is going to amass millions of views, and does so without fail. Now, he does other things in between, like the short 2-minute segments where he just discusses a topic, but his main singles are those spoken word poetries that he releases. Number 6, guys, now this goes without saying, but invest in quality. Now, you don't need to spend a ton of money. I think that my voice sounds great, and that is because of this microphone. It's a Blue Yeti. It's cost like $100-$120. Now, that might seem like a lot of money to some of you, but just save up, dude. This microphone creates incredible quality compared to, there's some people that spend $3,000 on microphones. Now, while that is very good quality, you don't need to spend that much money, especially just starting out. For hip-hop artists, I'm sure you could find a condenser microphone that's a couple $100, maybe like $200. The quality and low-cost equipment nowadays is incredible. You can find, just go on Amazon, find high-rated, low-cost microphones. You'll eventually want to upgrade in the future, but just starting out, you can get a decent microphone for a couple $100. I've recorded songs on this microphone, this Blue microphone that is not meant for studio recording. I created a song on it. If you guys are interested in that, the link is in below. Just a heads up, I do make a commission on it. Just want to be upfront and honest with you guys on that. But definitely look at some other microphones for studio, but there's no reason why you can't find a decent microphone for pretty cheap, and slowly build up your arsenal of getting quality stuff. Like, you want to get soundproof stuff to put on the walls or in your closet or whatever. You don't need to spend a ton of money, but you definitely want to invest in yourself. And as the days and months and years go on, you definitely want to consistently put money into getting good stuff. You don't need to spend a ton of money at first. You could start with just your phone and recording yourself rapping, and that could be how you start out. and you can grow from there. So definitely want to invest in yourself for years to come. Okay guys, number 7, and this is the most important thing that I think that you can do as an artist. It's not putting out good work, it's not putting out consistent work, it's not the microphone that you have, it's making connections with other people that you want to be connected with. So for example, I shoot music videos, I did so in college, and I really wanted to get into the game of meeting like these different hip hop artists. And the way I did that is I shot a music video for 6 seconds. Not the biggest artist in the world, but definitely had a good, decent following. I said, hey man, I want to shoot a music video for you. I went and did that in New York. I did an interview with him that got a bunch of views, that did so enough that I then got an interview with Whit Lowry. I met his videographer Mike Squires through just different connections and stuff. So Mike Squires helped me get the interview with Whit Lowry. I did that then went on, and then I made a connection with George Orozco, the videographer for Hopsin, and he was able to get me an interview with Fora that I did a couple of weeks or months ago. And slowly and surely I'm building up this credibility to be able to do interviews with even bigger people. So hopefully down the road I'll be able to do some other interviews with other bigger people, but it's those connections that when I did the music video for 6 seconds, that's what started everything. And you don't need to start with reaching out to Eminem. You can start on a smaller scale, but just you want to reach out if there's other people that you like. So say you like Hopsin as a rapper, it's not going to be beneficial to reach out directly to Hopsin. Find someone that is not as big as Hopsin, that's connected with Hopsin, and learn them on a personal level. Now, you don't want to use these people. You want to create actual relationships. That's very important, is that you don't want to use people, and make real actual connections with these people. Vibe with them. If you guys don't connect, don't force a relationship just to create whatever. Like when I met Mike Squires, he's an awesome dude. He's an amazing videographer, just so solid of a human being, and so glad I got to connect with him. Like regardless if I ever even interviewed with Lowry or whoever, Mike Squires as a person and a human being is an amazing person, and I wish nothing but the best for him. Such an awesome dude. And it's important to make connections in the field that you want to blossom in. You need to meet people. You need to talk to people. People have to know that you exist. It's so important. So definitely do that. And that's the last tip that I'll leave with you guys. So those are my 7 tips. Do you guys have any other tips that you think that I missed? Leave them in the comment section below. If you guys want to check out any of the gear that I'm using, that is in the description box. I do make a commission on it. Just want to be upfront with you guys. So if you like my microphone, or you like the quality that my camera puts out, or my light kit or whatever, that is in there for you guys to look out. If you guys want to help support the small channel on Patreon, the link is in the description. Thank you guys so much, and be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you guys so much. My name is Cakes Mitchell. You can follow me on Instagram @CakesMitchell, and until next time.